Oh, I see. You're reading the prologue to your new fantasy novel, The Best Wishes of Trespassing Laws in Washington State. Is that what's happening now?
And you are?
I am free.
Okay, I don't know, that we can have...
Oh, yeah. It's totally authorized.
Awesome partnerships we have here.
I'm sorry.
You are making people uncomfortable.
The college hasn't done that for here. I mean, you're working through that in your mind right now, right?
Well, I'm telling you.
You want to hang out?
Yeah, I'd be keeping an eye on you.
All
that's
right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SCW
I'm not here to argue with them.
Well, I wouldn't argue either because, I mean, the chess game's already over, sir. You've lost. You don't feel the need to call other grown men who have firearms, like the police, to help solve my problems? So you are a Hogwarts student?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm very uncomfortable right
Okay, well, you're just going to have to get better with your feelings, man. I don't know what to tell you.
now. Really?
I'm not a counselor. Hey everyone, I am free. It is November 12th, 2025. I am in South Pierce County at the Clover Park Technical College Aviation Center doing a follow-up. Now, I went here back on August 21st, ran across a professor by the name of Greg Doyen here, and it didn't go so well. I did a follow-up at the college, and the president of Clover Park, a real terrible public servant, tried to hide from accountability, found her basically avoiding transparency by sitting in her car while I was being told that she was off to lunch. All right, so I have found President Loveday's vehicle. It's that blue Tesla right there. I saw her in it, and I'm gonna wait for her to come out. Obviously, they're waiting me out. So when she gets out, I'm gonna ask her why she lied about everything. President Loveday, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I could, about the email that you sent out about my covering the news story over at the Aviation Center. You said some really inflammatory things that were completely untrue, and I'd like to ask you some questions about that if I could.
No, I'm not interested in speaking.
Okay, why did you actually lie in the email? You absolutely 100% lied. You said I attempted to get out onto the runway, and I never tried to do that.
Sir, I'm not going to speak with you about it.
Why are you're impugning my character, and you were stating that I had a certain intent that, ma'am, I never possessed. So why did you say that? Can you answer that? I'd really appreciate some sort of a response here. I mean, that is an absolute 100% lie. Also, while I appreciate Thomas Oliver being very professional and nice, I also spoke with your Vice President of Human Resources and filed a complaint. Is this a normal approach that a college has to journalists showing up and working on stories?
Thank you.
Because this is...
I'm not going to visit with you. You've already been...
This is the email from you, ma'am. You said, a masked man intent on intimidation and disruption entered our South Hill campus with a video camera running. At the same time, he had a drone flying. Ma'am, I don't own a drone. I've never operated a drone in my entire life. Then you went on to say that I spoke aggressively with Mr. Doyen, demanding to go out on the flight line and into the classrooms and labs. Ma'am, that never happened.
Hello.
Hey.
Can I help you?
No, I'm good to go. Appreciate it though. Thanks.
Who are you?
I don't really want to get into that right now.
Well, I'm asking. I'm a school official.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
And you are?
I am free.
This is your entering a trespassing zone.
Oh, really? Where's
Yeah.
the notice at?
RCWs.
Yeah.
You know, so
RCW
it's a-
425690.
Yeah. And so
I'm sorry,
lots of roads in
5290.
here. So I'd just like to know who you are walking around to protect our students.
Sir, this is a public college. It's publicly accessible. This is not a restricted.
And everybody that comes in, I ask them who they are. They tell me, I'm Jack Jones, I'm from the such and such company.
Gotcha.
Or
Yeah.
I'm Harvey Friday and I'm trying to do some research. Or
Sure. Yeah.
and you talk to
Not really in a divulging
somebody.
mood right now. So, yeah. We're just going to have to leave it at that, man.
Well, for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have free access to the whole building.
Oh, I agree. There are likely, in fact, actually, when I walked in, if you noticed when you walk in the front double doors, there's that immediate set of back double doors that says authorized personnel only. Completely agree with you. I wouldn't certainly go past that because the college did the right thing and put up the notice for no unauthorized personnel back there. The college hasn't done that for here. I mean, you're working through that in your mind right now, right?
Well, I'm telling you. So,
You're telling me what?
yes, that you don't have free access to the whole place. So
you just got promoted. Are you like a baron or a count now?
It's been determined that public access is what people run off the street, but does not include rooms.
It's been determined where?
No. Don't know.
Just-
I'm not going to sit there and
Gotcha,
argue about
just-
that. I don't have that. So if I am saying,
Oh, I see. You're reading the prologue to your new fantasy novel, The Best Wishes of Trespassing Laws in Washington State. Is that what's happening now? I mean, look, I am going to agree. You've probably got a hot career ahead of you in fantasy novel writing regarding trespass laws. I have no idea how good of a job you do here. I'm going to assume, okay, you're here. But, yeah, in terms of like actual facts, logic...
you've got it. So you're the one you've got all the facts.
I would say I do, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it. You're rattling them off. And,
RCW
I'm not here to argue with them.
Well, I wouldn't argue either because, I mean, the chess game's already over, sir. You've lost.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Oh! Brutal, savage, wrecked.
So,
there's no chess game.
Well, I would agree. It never began, but it was a heck of a loss. I'd like to say congratulations, but there's not much of a win going on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue about my business. And I mean, if you want to hang out with me, that's certainly okay. Like I said, just getting some photo and video. So you want to hang out?
Yeah, I'd be keep an eye on you.
All
that's
right.
for sure.
Yeah. She wasn't. I confronted her, asked her questions, tried to get answers to things, and didn't. So ultimately, I'm coming back here since this is the beginning of that, since I was coming here to check out the Public Records Index in accordance with WAC 495 C276 130. I also wanted to check their published procedures in accordance with 425640. So we're going to come back here, check it out, see if there's been any sort of repair to them, or I should say repair to the bad behavior for what should have been good behavior. Good morning.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, man? Well, good morning.
How are you?
Not too shabby. How's the day treating you?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah,
Excellent.
thank you.
Did you have a good holiday yesterday?
Yes, and it took Monday off too, so
Good.
it was kind of
You
nice.
guys were actually closed yesterday, right?
We were closed yesterday.
I figured.
Yeah.
Just wasn't sure. or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if, while I was here, if I could find out who the manager is for Mr. Doyen.
Who so our dean?
Supervisor
Yeah, Claire
manager.
Korshanowski. She's our dean.
Claire who?
Korshanowski.
Korshanowski.
Yeah, I've got
Where's her office at?
Her office is at the Lakewood campus.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I just figured she-
Do you want a card of hers?
That'd be great if I could get one. Yeah.
And she's got a tricky name there. So yeah,
Awesome.
she is in building, doesn't say on here. So
Oh.
let me write it. She's in building 19
Okay.
there at Lakewood.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet.
You have a fantastic day.
I will, thank
Thanks.
you. Did you need some help around the middle? We have classes in session, so we really prefer people don't walk through the class.
Yeah, I won't. I totally won't disturb anything. Yeah, so no problem on that.
Okay.
Thanks. there were a whole bunch of cards which are
Oh, yes.
obviously not here.
Not here anymore, yeah.
Some of this is military themselves, so they
That's
can
cool.
continue to grow on that. That is protected photo information. Those are current student names. Please do not take a photo of that.
Yeah, I'll blur it.
Currently recording that will be a federal violation.
Yeah, I'll blur it out. So I'm assuming the reason was just because that isn't public information and people
Should
walking
not
by.
be, right, should not be public.
Yeah, okay.
To be filmed and stuff like that, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, the other thing though too is, I mean, if somebody can walk through here, they could just write down all the information on a, you know, a piece of paper or whatever, and then now they've got this stuff that they don't want out there, I would assume.
Yes.
Is there a way to just get a walk around, just capture some B-roll footage of not the flight line itself, but just kind of out here?
I don't think so.
I am afraid of the dark.
Nice. So you are a Hogwarts student.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. What house?
I don't know. I haven't been signed yet.
Oh, you already know which house you're in. Everyone knows which house they're in. What's up?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
How you doing?
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, another fine day.
I'm hanging out. Hey, it's Don. I'm Dustin. I teach the avionics program.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Last time you were asking about it, and so I wanted to be here so I could show you.
No, that would be awesome, actually. I was just asking if it was possible to go out and just kind of, not on the line, but just out here kind of show, like, hey, what does the place look like if you wanted to be a student?
Yeah.
These are some of the cool things. Because I never even stopped to think that you would have a technical college aviation center before I came here.
Oh.
It was the public record stuff that brought me here.
Oh, okay.
And then all of a sudden I'm looking around and I'm like, this is actually really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many white collar jobs out there that people feel they need to do, and there's so many amazing blue collar jobs that people can do. And this is one that just never even popped up on my radar as something you could do. That airframe lab, I was telling Donna, I am really interested in that. I'd love to take a look at that. That looks really cool.
I can show you around my stuff, but I don't have permission for everything else.
No, that's fine.
Can I ask you a question though? So I'm a veteran.
Sure.
Can you please take off your mask? It makes me feel really uncomfortable while you're here. I'm a student here at this school.
Yeah, in no universe will I ever take off my mask. I don't let other grown men tell me to take my clothes off.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Well, you're just gonna have to get better with your feelings, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Really?
I'm not a counselor.
Really?
Really, I'm not a counselor. Yeah, I don't do that. Also, 911 guy is just 3 digits away if you wanted to call.
Was that?
911 is just 3 digits away if you want to call.
I wouldn't waste the, dude.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, I usually don't like to call their grown men with guns either to help me, but sometimes people feel the need. I said sometimes I don't feel the need to call other grown men who have firearms, like the police, to help solve my problems.
Oh, I have plenty of my own. I don't need them to solve my problem.
All right, good. That's the way it should be, man. Hey.
I just don't like the arguing.
Oh, hey, I mean, it's up to him. I was just having a conversation with him.
I'll show you around.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. By the way, I'm going to say Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw. That's the one I'm going with. You seem like you're from House Ravenclaw.
Do you know what avionics stands for?
No.
Aviation electronics.
Okay.
So
now I do.
Theoretically, anything electrical on the plane could be called avionics, but every shop is a little bit different.
Okay.
So here's like a little shadow board of some general stuff we've got. These are very old pieces of equipment, but it's kind of like history of avionics kind of thing. So there's various things that we learn about in the program. This is all analog, and we focus a lot on that, but we do some digital stuff. So this is just for kind of like history and look at what kind of things we've got and that kind of deal.
That's cool.
This is where I do some teaching, and then this is the lab room. I don't have the students active in here right now. I'm gonna, I got some test stuff on the board. I'm gonna get that gone real quick.
Oh, sure.
So this space is just what we use for our avionics. It used to be the composite lab. So the composite was like, yeah, basically. Are you familiar with composites at all?
I mean, in the most rudimentary of ways imaginable. I know what they are, but I don't know anything technical about them at all. I couldn't speak to it or anything.
That's fair. Imagine like you have this liquid that when it hardens is very strong, and then you combine that with like fibers in there. That combination together could be loosely as just composite. So some aircraft will be built like that. It makes them lighter but still real strong. And we had a composite program here, and they do all kinds of stuff really, but aircraft is why we're here. So that's, you know.
Sure.
So basically the program apparently wasn't getting a whole lot of folks enrolling, and so the program has just I guess you'd call it dissolved, I suppose. Okay. But it was in here. So a lot of these lines are for the old composite program.
Oh, I see. For production stuff.
And so forth. Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't really use those, but we use the outlets for like soldering and stuff like that.
Okay.
So this little guy is a great example of what we might train on. We've got some wires here, and you can connect these little things almost like the switchboards like back in the day, and you can just connect to a different part of the circuit and make a circuit just by making these different connections.
Now, is the intention here to repair or design or both?
It's more to repair.
Okay.
People can kind of get into design phase, but it's more like engineering. And I think like you're probably not coming here for that necessarily. I think a lot of engineers are like 40-degree type people. And that kind
now I got a question about this. So before I went a different path in my scholastic endeavors, I started in structural engineering.
Okay.
And computer science. And the very first course I had to take in computer science was circuit theory.
Okay.
Do you guys actually teach circuit theory here?
Absolutely.
I figured, I don't know how you could avoid that, but I wasn't sure like how that blends over or not, or if you're just more like, here's the practical without the theory. So I wasn't, so there is theory mixed in with the practical. Correct. You're just bringing them together and saying, hey, now you can actually physically do something instead of just have stuff in your head.
I do my best to bring it together, but yeah, that's actually one of the challenges I think is just getting all these paper examples to like, what can we see, touch, and feel? So like, I'll take the schematics and I'll actually try to make them. I'll go to the cabinet here, and we have these things that you might be familiar with. These, they're called snap circuits. They're meant for like play in a way, but they're also for learning. and you can make multiple circuits out of this.
Yeah,
And
okay, I've seen those.
it has actual components. It's got actual resistors and so forth. The reason why I got these is because we were using breadboards before, and a breadboard is like, there's no safety nets. So if you plug in components and just hook a power into it, you might blow components and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But this is kind of designed to all work with itself, so you kind of can't break it. People still do, but so you'll take this kind of thing out, and then you can start building a circuit on top of this with these guys, and then you can connect them with the different blue lines, different segments for different lengths and so forth. And then when you complete the circuit, you can plug in your battery, and then you can apply power to it, and then you can check for voltages. You can see like functionality. I can go in there and maybe take a resistor out and say like, cool, what voltage will I read now that I've removed this, and things like that. So it's supposed to teach them a bit of theory. So we take those paper examples and I try to build them on here, and then we test them in real life, and then we calculate them on paper. So we'll try to do measurements and mix that with calculations to kind of get both worlds.
So is it fair to say this is the very adult leveling up of the game operation?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like, I don't know.
This is really cool.
It is. I love these things.
Before I go, though, do you want to explain anything to any viewers that what kind of job would they expect? What kind of pay does somebody get? What kind of commitment do they need to expect to get into this program for avionics in terms of how much does the education cost? Are there grants available? And what is it like to get placement after you get out of the technical college? Like, what should they expect? Is this like a 6 or 12 month wait, or is it sort of like companies are dying to get avionics technicians?
Those are great questions. So just for some examples, we've got some companies, I won't line them out per se, but there's manufacturers that oftentimes avionics folks will work at. So you can get an A&P license and work on the aircraft itself and the systems. Avionics is largely the systems. So like once a component gets removed from the aircraft, it'll go to what they call like a back shop, and they'll take the computer, put it on a desk, and kind of take it apart and so forth. So at the manufacturer level, that's often where avionics is. Like building wiring harnesses is a big one, repairing components is a big one. I've seen people start at about 26 an hour without even completing this program yet, and then after 6 months of probationary stuff, they upped to 30. And it kind of depends on folks' experience, but I have had folks that are brand new to this whole realm, and they've gotten a job at a manufacturer making in the mid-20s or 30s. So me personally, with my experience and so forth, I'd expect more, but for a brand new student coming in, mid-20s I would say is a great starting point. And you could probably argue even more. If you have any kind of electrical experience or prowess, you can kind of show that in your interview and really let yourself shine. You might have a certificate that means something, but if you show, hey, I know the stuff on the certificate, also I've got these great skills, that'll really make someone shine. So a lot of folks will think that like working on cars won't help you here. It will. People think that working on car radios or something won't help you here. It will. So everything you're doing, I used to build bicycles, or I would just take apart old radios and stuff, and those kinds of processes I think get you to rewire your brain in the way to think like a troubleshooter, like a maintainer, like an electrician. So the money's actually pretty decent, and it kind of just depends on what you want to do too.
If you were to say, when you get this, if you really want to take that next step up sort of in the avionics field with a company, what would support and bolster the value of this avionics education to take you up to another job that maybe pays 60, 80, 100 a year?
I have noticed experience, unfortunately, is kind of a big thing. So
it's just straight experience.
Okay. Sometimes folks starting out, I've seen, I won't say names or anything, but I had someone who went through the whole AMT program. They didn't come through avionics, but they were very, very diligent. Every day they were focused on school. Every day they were focused on that complete goal of where I want to be. This person in 3 years' time went from having no license, no job in aviation, to now making $45 an hour up at SeaTac just from being diligent for that time. And I've noticed that...
And how long was that again?
About 3 years total.
Oh, okay.
So she went from off the street. She was actually a running start person too. She started here at 16, and now she's 19 or 20 making $45 an hour. Just because she just kept her nose in the books and went for it. A lot of people have a difficulty with that because we all have things going on, and it's really hard to manage your time, and it's hard to kind of discipline. But if you can do that, that really is that's the key.
Well, look, man, I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Thanks for just showing me around and giving all my viewers. I mean, typically don't get the ability to get this kind of stuff in my stories because I work on government accountability stories and I focus on like, Public Records, Open Meetings Act, and some like administrative law issues that surround government compliance with, ironically, the laws that they pass.
Yeah.
But when I do come to a place like this, like I did a follow-up at the Washington State Historical Society. If I get the ability to go in and check something out and show something that's especially salient to the times that we live in, kind of in the context of what we're talking about with labor markets and whatnot, where you see white collar going down and blue collar going up, I think it also gives people hope that maybe they saw something through this that they go, wow, there's something I never even thought about. I can go get a technical degree in this stuff and get to work right away. Because, like I said, I like to think I'm reasonably well educated, and I just never stop to think about this.
Yeah.
Of course, why would you not have an aviation technical college? But it just never came to mind. So I really appreciate your time. Put a fantastic face on the college. Really appreciate that. And, I hope your sorting into Ravenclaw, House Ravenclaw, goes well. I feel like the sorting hat's going to pick you for that one.
Unfortunately, we're not in the UK, so I can't go to Hogwarts.
Well, you know what? We'll do our best to see if we can just get the sorting hat kind of like, FedExed overnight. We'll get it done really quick, send it back. The Queen won't even know, or the King won't even know.
Yeah.
You guys have a good day.
You too.
Okay.
All right, that was really great checking out the avionics lab there. And I think this really highlights something that people really need to know, which is that with the labor market going down for white collar jobs, this is the kind of college that you can come to check out, to get a technical degree. And just as you saw with the, take care, Donna. This is one of those blue collar, technical, great jobs from what it seems like that you can come here and get and immediately place. If that gentleman is correct in his views on what the market's like when you get right out of it. And it looks like there's a lot of growth opportunity. It's directly related to, as one would expect with blue collar jobs, directly related to going and earning that experience at your job and whatnot. So very cool, very professional, nice people. Had a little bit of an awkward encounter there with that veteran. I thank him for his service, but I'm not taking off my clothes because he's bothered by me wearing a mask. I mean, I wonder what he was doing during COVID. But yeah, I mean, as I've said many times, the reason I wear a mask is several-fold. It's my silent protest against fusion centers. Those should go away. They should never be allowed. You should be able to do a public records request or Freedom of Information Act request to get information, especially about yourself, from a fusion center. That should never be hidden because there's not necessarily an active investigation against the person. And then also the sheer irony that the Communist Empire of Washington State specifically had the audacity to tell you what clothes to put on your face or not to put on your face. No, that's not okay. They need to stay in their lane. It's not North Korea. And so now that COVID's over, now I'm just gonna wear a mask to just highlight the absolute ridiculousness of people going along with being told what to put on their face. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. That's freedom. That's your liberty to do so. But I'm not going to be told to wear a mask or not wear a mask. Just simply never is going to happen. So with that being said, that's it here at the Clover Park Technical College Aviation Center here in Parkland, basically south of in South Pierce County. So we're going to be heading out here. If you like my journalism, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that all notifications bell so you can get my stories right when they release. You can follow me on X at I.A.M. Free Auditing, on Facebook at Inland Auditing Media. And if you want to help keep my feet on the streets, you guys know what to do. You can go to the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. Thanks for watching, as always, and I'll see you at the next location. Bye for now. Hello again to those of you who ride with me all the way to the end. I appreciate the hardcore. This is where we connect a little deeper, as you all know. Not just through the story, but through something more reflective. The reason we do this. November is a cold month for truth in some corners. I'm going to drop some keywords to help this channel keep reaching people, but also, if you let me, some food for thought from the books and ideas that guide my work every day I bring stories to you. This is not just entertainment. This is documentation. It's philosophy, it's activism, and in 2025, it's a front line. Now into the keywords. Detained without reasonable suspicion, unlawful detainment audit, no probable cause stop, Terry stop exposed, refusing to ID is not a crime, Fourth Amendment rights, illegal search and seizure, cop demands ID with no RAS, RAS versus hunch, First Amendment versus law enforcement, denied public records request, retaliation for transparency, corrupt city council exposed, records audit, misuse of public funds, school board corruption audit, hidden public meeting recordings, FOIA refusal, open meeting law violations, secret government accounts, tyrant loses lawsuit, caught lying on body cam, meltdown over camera, audit goes viral, never seen before reaction, public freakout caught on video, officer doesn't know the law, arrested for filming, again, best audit moment of the year, should this cop be fired, courthouse encounter, public works audit, utility district confrontation, police training center audit, election office audit, state agency corruption, health department audit, public university filming rights, fire marshal meltdown, federal courthouse press rights, civil disobedience, passive resistance, deontological ethics in journalism, natural law theory, social contract broken, consequentialism versus justice, ethics of filming public servants, Kantian ethics on civil rights, power versus authority, is silence protest. Now let's get into some of the philosophical readings and reflections that I think are appropriate for the month of November in 2025. From the works of Thomas Paine, from The Rights of Man, a body of men holding themselves accountable to nobody ought not to be trusted by anybody. In essence, whether it's City Hall or the Sheriff's Department, the truth remains. Unchecked power decays. If they bristle when filmed, what does that say about their view of the public? From Frederick Douglass, find out just what any people will quietly submit to, and you have found out the exact measure of injustice and wrong which will be imposed upon them. In effect, the camera's not a weapon, it's a measure of what they'll tolerate and what we will not. From one of my favorites, John Stuart Mill, in his book On Liberty, the worth of a state in the long run is the worth of the individuals composing it. In essence, the more informed the citizen, the more accountable the state. Your knowledge, your recording, is the worth. And absolutely in my top shelf favorites, from Justinian I, from Corpus Juris Civilis, the digest of Justinian, quote, "What pleases the prince has the force of law, unless it displeases justice." This profound statement from an emperor who had no reason to be as sensible and measured as he was, in effect says that a badge, a gavel, and a seal, none of them override what's just. Filming exposes where that line is crossed. So I've got a little homework for you all. As you hardcore here stay to the very end, I have some questions that I like to ask, and I love to see the responses. So here's some questions for you in the month of November 2025. What's the worst public excuse you've ever heard to deny transparency? Should police be required to name the statute they're enforcing on camera? Where should the line be between public discomfort and government accountability? Has your city tried to ban public recording? Let me know down below. Which is worse, ignorance of the law or pretending you don't know it? And with that being said, I want to thank you all for staying through to the very end as always. I know I'm a day or two late here in November technically at the time of this recording, but I really appreciate you all. I really appreciate you staying to the end, and I extraordinarily appreciate your support of my work and my journalism. Thank you.